Today. We know that we generally, just here yesterday, share a lot of good work done by our officers. Today is a day, that we're not very proud of as an organization, where we had to arrest one of our own officers. It was a hard thing to do, but it was the right thing to do. To give you some details and some context on what occurred, Deputy Chief Kurt Voorhees, C-O-E-R-T-E-V-O-O-R-H-E-E-S, he's the Deputy Chief over patrol. He's going to give you the details on that case. Chief Voorhees.
Thank you, Brad. Good morning. Earlier today, detectives with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department charged CMPD Officer Todd Beltrone with one count of obtaining property by false pretenses, which is a Class H felony. Last month, his chain of command found irregularities in Officer Beltrone's on-duty time reporting. CMPD immediately launched both a criminal and internal investigation to look into those irregularities. Evidence and information gathered during the investigation indicated that Officer Beltrone consistently falsified his timesheet by indicating that he was present at work. At this point, detectives have determined that Officer Beltrone falsified his timesheet on 19 different occasions. The incidents occurred between July of 2018 and March of 2019. Officer Beltrone was arrested and charged with one count of obtaining property by false pretenses. Officer Beltrone, who is assigned as a patrol officer in the South Division, has been placed on unpaid administrative leave. He's been employed by CMPD since June 23rd, 1999. And this is an ongoing investigation, and additional charges may be forthcoming. What are your questions?
Could you say the officer's name again and spell the last name for us?
Sure, it's Todd Beltrone, B-E-L-T-R-O-N-E.
And
T-O-D-D, Todd.
Yes, sir.
one D or two Ds?
Two D's. T-O-D-D.
So
B-E-L-T-R-O-N-E.
B-E-L-T-R-O-N-E.
So basically you're saying that he was falsifying timesheets. You said 19 cases, so he's been charged with obtaining, what was the official charge?
Obtaining property by false pretense. The victim here is the city of Charlotte. So there's one victim. There's 19 times that we've found at this point.
Do you know what the amount of money is for that amount of hours? What would that add up to for taxpayers?
Estimating to be around the $7,000 mark at this point.
How many individuals have this crime?
The chain of command in that division found some irregularities with his time reporting. He was indicating he was present at work and was not.
Does he have any other disciplinary action that you could talk about in his past?
I can't talk about disciplinary records at this point. We don't do that. It's against the law. We wouldn't do that here.
So you said he falsified timesheets in 19 incidents. Is it still ongoing? Could there be more? Or is there just the 19 that you know about right now and that's it?
That's correct. Yeah, this will be an ongoing. There's still investigative work being done right now. So there may be, as I indicated, there may be additional charges forthcoming, but at this point, it's one count of obtaining property by false pretense.
Can you kind of walk us through, for folks that don't know about how you guys do things? Is it like a punch-in clock for you guys? How would he do this, and how do your officers?
So we have electronic timekeeping systems, and you're responsible for putting in the time that you work, and so you may indicate that you are here, and you may not be here, or you may go back and change your time because you thought you may work an 8-hour day and you're here till 10, 12 hours. So that's not uncommon because we have late calls for service and things that require us to be here longer than what time is indicating. And it's obviously, it's a big job to keep up with that to the minutia. But, I can say I'm disappointed today professionally because we trust our people, and we have a culture here that we don't tolerate wrongdoing. And if somebody takes advantage of it, it's sickening because it tarnishes our image. We have outstanding work, as Brad said. We have officers do amazing things, risking their own safety for strangers. We do it every day. We do great work. And something like this is what will get some attention, and people will think that, maybe they paint us with a broad brush, and it's not the case. We're talking about, less than 1% of our officers. Here we have a case that's just disappointing. I'll just say that. It's very disappointing for me personally, and we've got to get better. We'll continue to look better, or get better. You got a guy with a 20-year career almost that's in, obviously, jeopardy of ending in these circumstances. So.
Is it basically the honor system as far as doing the timesheets, and because of this, will it change?
No, we have layers of supervision. Obviously, in this case, I just want to say we caught it. That's what's supposed to happen. We caught it. So are we going to look internally and figure out how we can make things better so maybe we catch it sooner? Absolutely. But, you got somebody here a long time, and he took advantage of it, and we don't take that lightly, and there's obviously lots of consequences for that.
Do you currently have a team that oversees audits, timesheets, making sure that they're accurate?
Absolutely, the chain of command, administrative services, notices irregularities, there's any layer, I can look at it, so, you know, absolutely.
With those 19 cases, do you know what sort of a time period they span? Has he been doing this for years, or was this all pretty recent?
As I indicated, it was from July of 2018 to March of 2019.
Do you have any idea what he was doing when he was saying he was working? I mean, was he out on vacation, or was he, you know, any evidence of at all what was going on while he was saying he was working?
I don't know.
Did he say anything when he was confronted with this?
That's ongoing. The investigative process is continuing currently.
And will CMPD do a review of other cases as well to see if there are any other falsifications?
Absolutely.
So mistakes happen, you know, people think they're here, maybe they're not. What is the threshold for CMPD when you say, okay, we need to arrest a cop who's been here for 20 years?
Oh, the threshold is you see a pattern of something. It's not something that you would, that might be corrective counseling on an incident where somebody may have made a mistake. And in this case, there's obviously a pattern of 19 times that we've indicated and discovered, and so obviously we're not going to tolerate that.
Obviously, this is rare. You've seen, though, some instances of it in the past with other officers on a smaller scale. How does this compare with other, you know, cases you've seen in the past with it?
It is rare. I don't even recall, in terms of what this charge is currently, I don't recall one personally. So it may have happened in the past, but I'm not aware of it.
Just so I make sure we have the numbers right, Officer Beltrone has been with the department since 1999.
Correct?
And the 19 times happened between July of 2018 to March of 2019.
That's correct.
Is the department seeking anything in particular as far as restitution? Obviously, probably that $7,000 back.
Well, the victim's the city of Charlotte, and so as this case goes forward, there may be conversations like that. The department itself, that'll be something that'll come out in court.
All right, thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
As the chief alluded to, it really speaks to the integrity, I think, overall of our organization, that we had supervisor that did the right thing. So we will send out a press release shortly detailing all this information. I know we went through a lot of dates and times with you all. And also I encourage you to follow, if you don't already follow, Chief Putney on Twitter. Is at Chief Putney. He will have a message directly sent to the community in the very near future. So appreciate everybody coming today, and have a great day. Thank you.
Lieutenant, was this trial underway? Anything special going on in planning on your purpose? Extra officers, stuff crazy, anything going on?
No, I mean, we have homicide trials that occur all the time, and we're ready as an organization, and you know, we expect our men and women to act professionally regardless of the verdict. Our job is to investigate the crimes, and once it gets over to the trial and a jury of your peers, it's up to them. So,
just for clarification purposes, you might have already mentioned it. Did Beltrone have an official title? Was he an officer, or was he someone of rank?
we did mention it. Yeah, he's a police officer. He was a police officer assigned to the South Division, which is in the South Charlotte. Any other questions? All right, thank you all. Have a good day.